All right, before we go any further, I want to replay the end part of that clip.
Does anyone else think that there should be this greater concern about billionaires purchasing media companies?
Okay. Would you be worried if Bill Gates controlled MSNBC?
No, because he's sane.
Because MS...
Well, there are so many issues with this. For starters, the lunatics over at CNN apparently have no issue with anything else other than a billionaire buying a media company. If that's truly the case, why didn't we hear anything from them when George Soros tried to take down the airwaves, the national airwaves, right before the election? We're not talking about taking over one or two local talk shows here. Soros bought more than 200 radio stations across the country, all over the country, and had the purchase somehow miraculously expedited just in time for the election with Joe Biden at the helm. But of course, CNN had nothing to say about that. A billionaire buying 200 radio stations. Wow. My second issue with that ridiculous panel on CNN is this little clip that they're probably hoping no one heard.
Would you be worried if Bill Gates controlled MSNBC?
No, because he's sane.
Because MS...
Got it. So they would have no worries at all if Bill Gates bought MSNBC. They really expect us to believe that Bill Gates is, as they say, totally sane. You know, the guy that wants to vaccinate cows, he is their definition of sanity. I wonder what their content would look like if that climate cop was in charge. Elon Musk has done some incredible things. Some incredible things in his lifetime. Think about it. Tesla, SpaceX, Brainlink, or whatever that thing is called. But his biggest accomplishment may be giving a voice back to the American people. Of course, the left-wing media executives are sick to their stomach when they see regular people making news. When we're sharing news on X, we become the news delivery system. Take a look at how the head of Axios, Jim Vanderhei, is handling the lack of censorship that users on X experience.
Everything we do is under fire. Elon Musk sits on Twitter every day, or X today, saying like, we are the media, you are the media. My message to Elon Musk is, bullshit, you're not the media. You having a blue check mark, a Twitter handle, and 300 words of cleverness doesn't make you a reporter.
Did you get that? Did you get the legacy media saying, bullshit, Elon, you're not the media, we're the media? He's almost breaking out in tears. No, Jim, this is what it's all about. This is what Elon brought back to the table. He brought a voice on both sides, not just the 90% plus who lean left or are outright blatant Democrats in the mainstream media. So Elon says, open it up, make it a fair playing field, and what happens? The legacy media, Axios, believe it or not, is legacy. Legacy media says, no, you can't do that. We do that. It's our game. It's not your game. You're going to lose it, Jim. You're going to lose it. He seems a bit upset, doesn't he, Jim? I wonder who he voted for. As we've seen with CNN and MSNBC, the mega corrupt media is in a state of panic. Under Kamala and Biden and Obama, the American people had no voice. We, on the right side of center, simply were told what to do and what to believe. The incoming administration has been working on fixing this for years, and they have managed to do so before Inauguration Day. We're nothing without our freedom of speech, no matter how much the elites despise it, and the media elites especially despise losing control of the narrative. Another initiative that Trump is somehow tackling before he's even in office, immigration. Now, the full-blown reform of our broken system will probably have to wait until January, after January 20th when he's sworn in, but that hasn't stopped the soon-to-be president from sending some very serious messages to our international counterparts. Trump put China, Canada, and Mexico on notice yesterday, threatening to impose sweeping, massive new tariffs on day one as part of his effort to attack our drug and immigration epidemics. Now, I understand that everyone's in favor of tariffs. I'm not either. But you do see how our neighbors responded when he made those threats. And I think they're real threats. I think they're credible threats. I don't think he's just trying to scare them into lowering their tariffs first. Trudeau in Canada stopped dancing on TikTok for 5 minutes and called Trump, picked up the phone. The president-elect, not even the president. He called the president-elect to discuss border security. Here's why. Because Trump says unless you fix your freaking border with the United States, you're going to get a 25% tariff. 25% tariff. You want to sell anything into the United States, we're going to slap 25% tariff on you. And in Mexico, President Trump announced that he was going to stop the migrant caravans or else, the fentanyl coming in, or else he was going to put a 25% tariff on Mexico as well. 25 on Canada, 25 on Mexico, China, 10%. Folks, immediately, these countries stepped in line. They know Trump means business. He's not quietly threatening. He's actually going to do it. Biden had 4 years to do this, by the way. Something that was completely lost under Joe Biden was our crucial role in geopolitical landscape. A weak United States is not good for anyone, both in this country and in others. Again, I advise you to disregard the opinions of the fake news media. People all over the world are absolutely thrilled to see American leadership return. Numbers don't lie, and CNN broke down. And then they broke down the data behind the incoming transition of power. This should tell you everything you need to know about the mood surrounding Trump's presidential return.
Take a look here. President Trump's transition net approval. You go back to November of 2016. Look at this. It was just at plus 1 point. Just at plus 1 point. That is well below the historical norm. Look at where we are today. Significantly higher, plus 18 points. That's 17 points higher on the presidential transition net approval rating. The bottom line is this. If 8 years ago Americans were lukewarm on Donald Trump, at this particular point, they're giving him much more the benefit of the doubt. A lot more Americans are in love with this transition.
He said, quote, Americans are in love with this transition. He said that on CNN. For once, CNN, for once, you nailed it. You weren't fake news. We certainly are loving every single second of this country's saving return to normalcy.